Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So here's a different perspective from Anders on Twitter, okay? A different perspective slash theory, he says. How can you make sure a crypto asset would not be declared a security by US courts? So he's got two theories here, making sure no one knows who created it, and that's basically the case with Bitcoin. Who would the SEC sue when the creator is anonymous? Network bootstraps by anonymous miners and nodes all over the world further complicates it for the SEC. Profit incentives by miners needed to make sure it spreads fast like wildfire. Financial incentives by miners to market the network to others and increase usage as much as possible. A natural incentive to market the network the Bitcoin way. Okay, so if you keep your founder anonymous, well, maybe that's one good way. But the main reason, in my opinion, he says that the SEC would have a hard time going after Bitcoin would be because the creator is anonymous. So Bitcoin establishes crypto as a new asset class, opening up new consensus mechanisms to develop, and opens the doors for other. And then there's the second way, making sure there's no monetary rewards inherent by participating in the network itself. The four prongs of the Howey test must be satisfied to declare something a security. Number one, an investment of money. Number two, expectation of profits. Number three, in a common enterprise. And number four, by the reliance on the efforts of others. And so with regards to XRP, the XRP ledger is not reliant on monetary rewards to run the network, or validators and holders are not being compensated, rather. Thus, XRP in and of itself cannot be a security. The network in itself fails the expectation of profits prong. XRP could thus only be seen as a security offering in specific ways it's sold. This is what Judge Torres ruled in the SEC lawsuit. If the buyers and sellers are not known, there's no investment contract. Thus, sales on the secondary market cannot be sales and buys of securities. Seems the SEC has a problem with staking overall. Yeah, because we get profit from staking our coins if we choose to do so. There is an expectation of profit in that particular case. This is not me attacking any proof of stake projects since I own several such coins, but it's an obvious way to attack for the SEC if they would try to label the network a security in and of itself, in my belief, since it's fundamental to make sure the network even functions. So two very interesting points here that I wanted to make from Anders on Twitter, because, you know, the regulation is still very muddy. In the United States, more specifically, but even in other countries, we're still figuring out what the regulations are going to be moving forward. And even though there has been some infighting, we have to look at the fundamentals. We do have to look at building on the XRP ledger. And I know some developers have actually called it quits recently. Yes, the XRPL might not be the best place to be building right now. Yes, projects and devs are leaving. I can't blame them. For better opportunities on other chains that it's easier to make money, have much bigger activity and a user base. Yes, there are many issues that need to be solved and changes we need to make in order for the ecosystem to grow and be adopted. This coming from Panos on Twitter, guys. But he says this, okay, he says, but I'm not leaving and I'm willing to take the risk and fight for the ecosystem as many others are doing. We at Anodos live and breathe the XRP ledger and we want to see it succeed and grow because we believe in the technology, in the community, and despite being very underutilized technology, there is still an opportunity, an unexplored potential that we aim to unlock. So together we can do it. And this, just goes to the fact that there needs to be more building on the XRP ledger in order for there to be more utility driven. There have been criticisms of Ripple recently in the space that they've been selling XRP to fund their endeavor, to fund their business. But this is nothing new, guys. If you've been in this space for a long time, you knew already, or you should know at least, that Ripple has been selling XRP in part to help fund Ripple. And so, this is just part of the business mechanism. But people, I feel like, are just discovering this now. Dingo Ate My XRP posted this. Of the people who are leaving, their reasoning doesn't make much sense to me. The morale issue in the community is real, but it's mostly because Solana went up in price due to the drama around the XAO network and the AMMs. These are short-term things, of course. Pano saying, I understand and I hear both sides. If you see it from a project or a business's point of view, the short term is still very important because you still have expenses to cover, salaries to pay month by month. And if you are not generating enough revenue, if any, then what's your opinion? So he does continue on here. I will link this in the description if you guys want to read the full thread. There's actually some good discussion down here about and debate really about the XRP ledger and how viable it's going to be moving forward. There is, I guess, for developers, they are working in this space. They're not speculating on it, so they do need to make money somehow. And if they're not making money, well, then they need grants to help build on the XRP ledger. And if Ripple is not giving these grants to these developers, well, then what incentive do they really have? And, some chains, they mentioned Solana there. Of course, the Solana network is different in some ways. The price of Solana, I got to say, has been quite remarkable in its growth since the beginning of the bull run back, let's call it January 2023. we've gone up about 2,200% already for the Solana cryptocurrency. And so, again, I keep saying I'm very, very happy I bought it when I did, even though at the time I was very disappointed. I bought it in around $26, and that was right before the FTX collapse. I did not think we were going to see this next leg down. I should have cost averaged and bought more. However, I was saving myself to diversify into other cryptocurrencies at that time, and that's when I came up with the idea for the Patreon. So I'm now diversified into many cryptocurrencies, and for different reasons. I used to only hold a handful, XRP being my lion's share. It still is my lion's share, by the way. And so if you guys want to see what I'm trading this bull run, you can follow me. Only $5 a month at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I've changed up the strategy because I know that this bull run is going to be different, and I know certain coins are going to pump a lot. I saw how Solana behaved in the last bull run, and I thought to myself, I'm going to diversify, cash out some cryptocurrencies for pure profit, keep some of my coins for the long term. And so I'm going to go over all of that for my Patreon subscribers in the coming weeks, guys. Right now, we're just waiting for that next leg up. Of course, Bitcoin is hovering now, getting closer to its all-time high yet again. In this morning's video, I covered Bitcoin's price action. I'll link that video up here in the top right-hand corner if you didn't get a chance to see it. But just getting back to the real-world utility, the XRP, and the negative sentiment in the space. Well, it does not help that guys like this are putting out videos like this on TikTok. The XRP haters are coming out of the woodwork at this point. Why? The same question that we presented during the SEC lawsuit applies here. This coming from Digital Asset Buy on Twitter. Why did the SEC choose XRP? Why are these crypto pundits so concerned with scaring you away from XRP? The answer is the same. The fear is real. After all, XRP is the only digital asset with legal clarity. Let's not forget that.
Sell your XRP. Not financial advice, of course, but just check this out. There's absolutely no point in holding XRP. This is the last 90-day performance. When Bitcoin is outperforming your asset by over 10-fold and the rest of the crypto market by 100-fold and is nearly outperformed by stablecoins, you guys need to realize that what you've been fed by social media and all these gurus that claim it's going to go to $10,000, it's going to flip the switch, or it's going to make you life-changing wealth, just newsflash, guys, it's not going to happen. Market cap matters. Whether or not they want to admit it, market cap matters. This whole ISO 222 narrative, guys, isn't happening. XRP, XLM, Quant, XEC, Algorand, even Cardano, which I like a lot of these projects. It's not me bashing on them, guys. It just, if you want to make like life-changing gains, you have to actually look for new trends and emerging markets that aren't fed by some false narrative. XRP is not replacing our global financial system. Stellar is not silver. This isn't the new gold. This isn't about, knowing what you hold or anything like that. It's very simple. It's just supply and demand. And the demand is literally for everything else in this market besides XRP and these other tokens. Quant, I think, can go back to $300, but that's a 2x. Or XLM, I think, can go back to $1. But again, we're talking about minuscule gains. XRP would be lucky to see $2 again. So if you want to make real gains in crypto, join our Telegram. It's completely free. The link's...
Yeah, you see, you get that? Join our Telegram. Got it. Well, I kind of agree with some of what he's saying, actually, but clearly I do not agree with all of what he's saying. I think he's actually telling you the opposite of what you should be doing. Get rid of your XRP because it's only gone up X amount compared to the rest of the crypto market. That is literally the opposite of what you should be doing. XRP is poised to really move, guys. And, I don't have to do another video about the structure on the chart, the Nike swoosh pattern, the fact that history has shown time and time again that XRP moves last and fast. But it is this kind of content that comes out of these newbie traders who think they know the what's what. I'm happy that Digital Assets Buy is exposing this guy, though. I'm just leaving this here, okay? The same guy, Joshua Jake, back in 2021, was talking up Terra. Okay, the Terra ecosystem, yes, I think Luna is only going to get bigger. Case in point, I think. Okay, so let's keep moving along because, the XRP community is feeling very fragile right now. I'm not happy with Ripple, says Jeffrey XRP. Not really confident in what I hold. For the first time, I'm just kind of pissed about it. We're always getting screwed unless we get a miracle pump during the halving. I'll be diversifying a chunk of my holdings by mid-May. And again, guys, I didn't want to wait till mid-May. This is why I started the Patreon. And some of these coins that I've already purchased in Patreon, it was actually last May 2023. There's a few of them out of the 15 coins or so that are still actually trading under the cost average that I purchased them at back in the spring of 2023. So diversifying now, getting out of your XRP position now, don't know if that is the best idea. Of course, that's not financial advice. You do what you want with your hard-earned money, but it doesn't help, for example, that, we're getting, articles coming from Forbes. Forbes just kind of goes with the flow of what the sentiment is in the market. So I wouldn't put too much value into this. Bill Morgan said, Nailed it. Okay, yeah, right. The so-called zombie coin, the zombie article says that not much is happening on the XRP ledger, except according to the SEC itself, not Ripple, but more than 80 institutions since the lawsuit was filed in December of 2020 have signed contracts to buy XRP in ODL use cases. So this is directly from the lawsuit, guys. This is fact. These are pure facts. Ripple was forced to disclose that it has entered into 80 institutional sales contracts since the filing of the lawsuit. So it's important to look into the details. And, even despite the fact that XRP price hasn't been moving up, it's not because of a dead chain or anything like that. We just have to look at history to prove that theory wrong. Subjective views here also commenting on this. Call me crazy, but with Forbes doing a hit piece on XRP, this makes me extremely bullish. The sole reason media companies like this exist is to lead the sleepy masses astray. Woe to the wicked, spineless deceivers. XRP, the zombie coin. Hurrah, hurrah. Here's a screen grab of this article. It is actually behind a paywall, and I certainly was not going to pay for reading this crap, but here, somebody took a screen grab of it anyway. So in terms of money flows, I'm just going to start it from down here, but I will link this in the description of the video for you. Not much is going on with Ripple Labs today. A few expect it ever to disrupt the Belgian banking cooperative known as SWIFT, which facilitates $5 trillion in interbank transfers every day. Despite failing at its primary mission, Ripple's blockchain, a ledger of XRP transactions, continues to hum along. It's largely useless, but the XRP token still spots a market value of $36 billion. Well, yeah, that's the other thing. It is in the top 10 and has not budged for a very, very long time. So also something very important to note. Last year, Ripple's XRP ledger earned a mere $583,000 in fees processing transactions across the network, according to Mazzari. In Wall Street parlance, that would give XRP a price-to-sales ratio of about 61,689. NVIDIA, the market's hottest stock, with a market cap of about $2 trillion and revenue of about $61 billion, has a price-to-sales ratio of 37. So down here, they say Ripple Labs is a crypto zombie. Its XRP token continues to trade actively, some $2 billion worth per day, but to no purpose other than speculation. Well, isn't that the whole crypto market at this point? Not only is SWIFT still going strong, but there are now better ways to send payments internationally via blockchains, especially stablecoins like Tether, which is pegged to the US dollar and has $100 billion in circulation. So, I mean, if you want to believe Forbes, go ahead, believe them. But this, again, is not my first rodeo. And guys, if this is your first rodeo, take it from people who have been in this space for at least one bull run. This is my, I've been in the space for about 2.5 bull runs. I say 2.5 because I got in late in 2017, wish I had gotten in earlier. And I was one of those people that bought XRP at 74 cents in 2017, hoping that it would go to wherever. It went up to $3 and change. I did not cash out. And so again, guys, this is what happens. XRP pumps last and fast. And before it starts pumping, we get hit pieces like this. Mikkel here also realizing this, okay? This might be the dumbest thing I've ever read. Absolutely zero question why you have been irrelevant for years. Retweeting out Laura Shin's tweet about the Forbes article here, just commenting on that, that the ledger earned a mere $583,000 in fees. Guys, there will not be any movement until we see legal clarity. Remember that. Remember, even Bearable Guy was saying it back in 2019. And guys, it's going to take a long time. The molasses, the regulations, and the price is going to tip over and just explode once we see the regulatory clarity. But regulations move like molasses. And in 2019, I did not appreciate this tweet enough. I think that now we can appreciate the fact that the US still looking to hammer out regulations. I'm getting it, guys. I'm getting it. I hope you're getting it too. So the regulations have not happened. Andrew DeVilbis also commenting on this. No utility until legal clarity. XRP will be the first digital asset to unveil its liquidity business case. So with regards to all the partnerships that we talk about, here's another observation. Cryptocurrency, digitized assets, distributed ledger technology, DLT, and other innovations increasingly are integral parts of our discussion about the evolving financial services industry as companies, stakeholders, and policymakers assess the challenges of implementation and regulation. Now this goes to the point of DTCC, T+0 transactions. Again, guys, this is a bigger picture play here, and there will be no utility without legal clarity. Also, Mr. Man commenting, I continuously hear people saying XRP is being used, or is XRP being used rather? It cannot and will not be used until there is clarity. Again, until we have the clarity which moves at the pace of molasses, then we will see the price really explode. Digital currencies such as XRP are not mandated for use in central bank digital currency arrangements yet. which is why there are only proof of concepts and pilots within sandboxes. 12 jurisdictions have been given the okay for CBDCs in retail use, but not all 12 are issuing them, at least not at the moment. The central banks are moving as one unit. Keep studying and understanding what you are invested in. So just another post here saying, you know, XRP is not being used, but guys, with the clarity, he even says it here with legal clarity, we need to get that legal clarity before we start to see the price really explode. There was even a prediction here, and I'm sorry, I do not, this man's name escapes me at the moment. Digital Asset Investor was originally the one who tweeted this out. Ripple and Whales, though, bringing this up. This is what I mean by green and purple, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it to you in a second.
The ruling comes out in such a way that XRP is alone cleared as a non-security in the United States. Meaning that with all the other stuff that the SEC is pulling, suing exchanges, suing other coins, are going to sue some big ones as well, that only BTC and XRP have legal clarity in the United States for a 2-year period.
What was that you say? Only BTC and XRP will have legal clarity for a 2-year period? Let me play that again in case you guys didn't understand.
That with all the other stuff that the SEC is pulling, suing exchanges, suing other coins, are going to sue some big ones as well, that only BTC and XRP have legal clarity in the United States for a 2-year period.
So now do you get it? Green and purple, the only other currency that's going to have influence, the US dollar. I think it's all coming together. I think it's all making sense now, guys. BTC, XRP, and USD, and Bearable Guy was bringing this to our attention way back in 2018. So now we have the clarity for XRP. The bull run's about to start. Even Ripple partner Bank of America is coming out and saying that same line that Brad Garlinghouse said all those years ago, 99% of cryptocurrencies are going to vanish. Tokenized traditional assets aren't cryptos. And they say Bank of America Global Research expects 99% of those in existence today to essentially disappear over the next 10 years. So guys, the spec market is only going to be the spec market for so long. The cryptocurrencies that exist today may not exist in the future, so do know what you hold, make sure you're diversified, and make sure you know when to pull the trigger. You can find out when I'm going to be selling my cryptocurrencies at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.